Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off the dishwasher's water supply underneath the sink. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the GE Dishwasher Diverter Valve Assembly. It's going to be a very easy repair and it'll only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new diverter valve assembly. The diverter valve assembly diverts the water between the spray arms. The main reason you'll be changing it out is if it's clogged or damaged and your dishes aren't getting clean. In order to change the part, we have to pull the dishwasher out of the cabinet. First thing we're going to do is go underneath the sink and disconnect the lines. Now that we're underneath the cabinets, you want to make sure that the dishwasher is still unplugged, and you may want to throw a towel down. When we take off the fill line and the drain hose, there's going to be some water that comes out. First, we're going to disconnect the fill line. It's connected right here to the hot water valve. You want to make sure the water valve is off, and then we're going to use our 5/8" wrench to loosen up the hose. Once you have it broke free, you can just reach in and unscrew it by hand. Once you have it off, you can just set it down, and then we can take off the drain hose. To take the drain hose off, you just want to follow it up to wherever it goes. It may go to the garbage disposal. Ours goes up to the air gap. Once you locate the end of it, we're going to take a 5/16 nut driver and loosen up the clamp. Once you have the clamp loose, you can pull it free and set it down. Now that we have the lines disconnected, we're going to open up the dishwasher door and pull the lower rack out. All you have to do is reach in and grab it, pull it out. Just lift it off and set it aside. Now that we have the dish rack out, we can reach in and take the spray arm off. All you have to do is grab the base and turn it counterclockwise. Unlock it and lift it out. Now we can remove this water supply tube. You just have to press down on this release lever right here and lift up on it. Once you have it free, you can just kind of slide it off to the side. Now we can use the Phillips screwdriver to take out the screws that hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Once you have the screws out, we can pull the dishwasher out. Just gonna lift up on the door, carefully start pulling it out. Once you have it started, we can grab the frame, pull it out the rest of the way. Now we're going to put the dishwasher on its side. We're going to lay a towel down so we don't damage anything. Once you have the towel down, you can just carefully lay the dishwasher on its side. Now that we have the dishwasher on its side, first thing we're going to do is remove the drip pan. All you have to do is slide it forward, pull it off. Once you have it off, you can set it aside. Now that we have the drip pan off, we're just going to put a towel down to catch any water that may come out. The diverter valve is located right here in the center of the sump, but the way the non-reusable clamp is putting it onto the circulation motor, we can't get to it. So we're going to have to remove the circulation motor in order to get to it. First thing we're going to do is remove the wiring harness. There's a little locking tab on the back of it. Just going to use a small flathead screwdriver to press on it and pull it out. Then we're going to use the 1/4" nut driver to take out the 3 screws that hold in the diverter valve. Now we're going to remove the clamp that holds the circulation motor to the sump. It's held on by this non-reusable clamp that's crimped on there, and we have to get it unhooked from this little tab right here. So we're going to take a small flathead screwdriver and get in here and kind of stretch this out a little bit. Once you have it released, you can just make sure it's unhooked from the little tab right there. Now we can remove the circulation pump. There's a tab that holds it on the top. You want to make sure when you're pulling it back that that comes out of the sump. Once you're ready, you can just kind of push down a little bit on it and then pull back to release the tab and then pull the hose off. Once you have it free, you can pull it off the dishwasher. Now that we have it out, we can take the clamp off. Same as the other one, we're just going to get a screwdriver in there, bend it up, make sure it comes off that tab. Once you have it free, we can take the clamp off and pull the diverter valve assembly off the circulation motor. Here's the old diverter valve assembly next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at appliancepartspros.com. Before we put the new diverter valve in, we have to get the clamps ready. So we're going to run them down and put them on. First one goes on the circulation motor. You want to make sure that the head points this way so you can reach it with the screwdriver later. And then on the diverter valve, you want to make sure that the head is facing this way towards the front of the pump body here so we can get it with the nut driver later. Then we're going to push it on. And you want to make sure that the valve itself is even with the hanger that we took out from the bottom of the tub, because that's where the tub is, and you want to make sure it's even. Then we're going to use the 1/4 inch nut driver to tighten that one down. You want to make sure you can reach this from underneath, just in case you can't line up the diverter valve. You may have to loosen it up and move it a little bit. Once you have it tightened down, we can put the whole assembly back in the dishwasher. Ours isn't that dirty, but if yours is, you want to make sure you clean this lip off so you get a good seal. Then we're going to just get everything wet to make it slide in a little bit easier. Once you have it ready, we can push everything in. We're just going to make sure the diverter assembly goes up into the pump body. Make sure you don't get the wiring harness on the wrong side. And we're going to line up the circulation motor hose. And then we're going to make sure the little tab on the top goes up into the sump. Push it into place. Once you have it in place, we can use the flathead screwdriver to tighten up the clamp. Now we can use the 1/4 inch nut driver to put in the screws to hold the diverter valve. Now we can connect the wiring harness. Just have to grab it, line it up, plug it in, make sure it locks in so it doesn't come out. Once you have it connected, we can put the drip pan back on. To put the drip pan on, you want to make sure that the front is this way with the lip and these two little indentations. And then there's 4 locking tabs, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. And what you have to do is press the drip pan in and then slide it back to lock them all in. So we're just going to line it up, press it up so they go past the little locking tabs, and then slide it back. Now we can lift the dishwasher back up. All you have to do is carefully lift it up, set it on its feet, and then pull the towel out. Now we have to reach underneath and put the lines through the cabinets. We want to push the dishwasher in about halfway. Then we can go underneath the sink and pull on the lines to make sure they're not caught on anything. Then we can push the dishwasher in the rest of the way. Now we can reconnect the drain hose to the air gap. Once you have it pushed up into place, we're going to use our 5/16 inch nut driver to tighten down the clamp. Once you have the drain line hooked up, we can hook up the water line. All you have to do is get it started by hand. Once you have it snug, we can reach in with our 5/8 inch wrench to tighten it down so it doesn't leak. Now that we have the lines reconnected, we can open up the dishwasher door and use the Phillips screwdriver to put in the screws to hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Once you have the screws in, we can put the rest of the stuff back inside the dishwasher. Now we can reconnect the water supply tube. We're just going to lift it up, snap it into the diverter. Then we can put the spray arm on. All you have to do is set it onto the mount and lock it into place. Turn it clockwise. Now we can put the lower dish rack back in. All you have to do is set it on the door and push it back into place. Once you have it in, you can close the door. Then we can plug it back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.